5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's time to have a little fun. That's how I think I'm going to start it. What do you think?
I think I like it.
Okay, good. So who are you?
Brianne.
Brianne who?
Brianne McMurray.
Oh my goodness. And how do I know you, Brianne McMurray?
Well, we'll keep this PG. I have a 25-year-old daughter that I gave birth to at 16 years old, and Amber is her aunt.
Yes, that is so true. It's so weird that she's 25, by the way.
Effing tell me about it.
Yeah, it's weird that my daughter is 19 now.
I know. That's crazy.
So yesterday, I told you that earlier when I was supposed to be getting ready for this show, I was on my phone trying to figure out how to invest in cryptocurrency.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's because of Sapphire.
Oh, because she's a millennial?
Well, it's funny because... What?
Is she Gen Z?
I don't know. What are we? We're Generation X? We're Gen X?
Yes.
Okay. Because you and I are close to the same age, right? How old are you now?
41.
Okay, yeah. I'm 44.
Yeah.
How do you feel about...
starts 81.
What, when, why?
Millennials start at 81.
81.
And they go to 97.
97. Okay. All right. When was Sapphire born? She was born in 2002.
Yeah.
So she's a millennial?
No. Gen Z.
She's a Gen Z. Okay, cool. Oh, wow, that's weird. Gen Z. So I'm a Gen X and she's a Gen Z. Gen Z. Well, there you go. That explains the zombie apocalypse that's coming our way.
It's terrifying.
Do you have nightmares about it? Because I just had one like 2 nights ago.
No, I don't.
Oh, well, I do. And Blondie, my little dog, got stabbed to death. It was really awful.
Oh, yeah, no, I actually do fall asleep to listening to like murder podcasts.
No wonder you have anxiety.
Yeah. Well, they relax me because I feel like I'm gonna know when there's a serial killer after me. So,
yeah, because by watching those shows, you get the signs. What are the signs of a serial killer?
Oh, well, this one that I'm obsessed with, that he doesn't have any signs. He abducts people randomly. Well, in the beginning, that's what we thought, that he was random.
Okay.
He didn't know his victims, but he would get them out of the woods, like hiking trails.
So don't go hiking.
No
hiking.
Definitely don't go hiking. Definitely don't be a barista, and definitely probably don't walk in a parking lot next to a cemetery or wooded areas.
Okay.
He's dead now, though. He killed himself.
Oh, so I don't have to worry about... Why did he kill himself? Well, that's a waste of a good serial killer.
Oh, Amber.
What?
He is the absolute most fascinating serial killer out there.
Is he a real serial killer?
Yeah, his name was Israel Keys.
Israel Keys. Where was he from?
Well, he murdered all over the United States. He had kill kits cached places, so he would just dig them up and then go kill some people. But yeah. And then he would like move them to different jurisdictions, like across state lines, so it would be harder for people like to find him. So he actually killed a lot of people in Washington, Oregon, California, Virginia, New York, Texas. He's a traveling man.
When did this happen?
Alaska.
When did this happen?
He was arrested in 2011, and then he killed himself in 2012.
Was it because he was going to get caught?
No, he got caught.
Oh, he killed himself in jail.
He was accidentally issued a razor in prison.
Oh, so you think he got murdered
No, he killed himself.
with the razor?
Yeah. That he was accidentally given.
That's interesting. So they wanted him to die.
No.
Why'd they give him a razor then?
Huh?
Why'd they give him a razor? And here's the thing. They didn't need to give him a razor because you can make a shank in prison and stab yourself to death, right?
But he was in isolation. Like, he wasn't in the general population.
So he just needed to wait a little bit before he killed himself.
Yeah. Well, he had a daughter, or has a daughter, and he didn't want her to find out about all of his crimes. So he killed himself without everybody knowing how many people he's actually killed. So
there could be even more.
Oh, no, there's lots.
So Washington State still has the highest capita of serial killers, right, for history?
You know, I don't know, but it wouldn't surprise me. We have barely any sunshine until
So
it's like the werewolves and vampires live here.
I know. I used to hope that Edward Cullen would find me and like let the werewolf eat the chick that's a bad actress. What's her name?
Oh, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah. Didn't she actually marry him?
No.
James Patterson? I used to think James Patterson was cute. I like the way he photographs, but he's really kind of, I don't know.
I liked it when he sparkled in the sunshine.
Yeah. Well, who wouldn't like it? What?
Do you remember going to that midnight showing?
Wait, with my rubber chicken?
No.
No.
There was no rubber chicken yet. This was a long time ago. There was still a lot of vodka involved.
Was I sitting on the carpet? Did we make video?
I don't know. That was like so long ago. That was like, I don't even know when that was. It was like early 2000s, 2006 or 7 or 8.
Yeah. It's quite possible that I have Alzheimer's.
I mean, anything's possible.
I just know that my brain's slipping up a bit. I got to get these books written before I completely lose my mind and forget who I am.
Yeah. Shane just got home and I forgot to tell him that I am doing a live broadcast with Amber Garibay. So
shut the fuck up, Shane. Just kidding. Hi, Shane. I was totally kidding. Promise.
But I'm surprised my dogs didn't go extremely crazy. So.
Because they knew. They were like, you know what? Brianne is going to be talking about her magical weight loss journey. So I need to know about that. I need to know what was the day. What was the day that you decided?
I didn't decide.
What happened? Yes, you did.
Well, I mean, I did, but I was forced. If it was up to me, I wouldn't have. But yes, so because I know, like, once I start doing something, I know, like, that's it. And I didn't, like, mentally prepare myself for it or anything. I had told, Megan and Ethan, which are my kids, they're 25 and 18. They started going to the gym and working out, and Megan had lost 30 pounds and Ethan had lost 30 pounds. And like, then the gym shut down and they were still like working out at home, and I would just watch them. And Megan was trying to get me to work out, and I said, when the gyms open back up, then I'll go. Well, I think it was Friday, June 26th. The gyms opened back up, and it was really early in the morning. And Megan said, all right, the gym's open. Let's go. And I was like, oh, no, I think I'll go on Sunday. And she said, no, you said you would go. And I was like, damn it. Okay, so that is why my first picture is blurry, was because I was like, I'll just take it. And then I noticed it was blurry, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I won't stick to it anyways. And then as I was leaving the gym the first day, the lady, her name's Elizabeth, she said, how do you feel? Because at this point I was 242 pounds, so it was very large.
I thought you were going to die.
To tell you the truth, I was thinking the other day how close to death I must have been, because I physically could barely move Like, I just felt bad, and I was so tired all the time. But she said, how do you feel? And I said, I feel great now that I'm done. And she said, good, remember that feeling. And so the next day I woke up and I was like, ooh, I don't really want to go. But I did like how I felt when I left. I was excited to be done.
Yeah.
So every single day I was like, and I know myself that I know that if I took, like, some people are like, oh, just go 3 days a week or whatever. I knew when I was getting into the habit of doing it, I could not do 3 days a week or 4. I needed to do it every day until it became a habit for me.
Yeah.
So I started out slow, which now looking back, I wish I would have gone even slower than I did. But I started out doing 30 minutes on the elliptical. And then every day I added a minute until I got to 49. And I stopped at 49 because 50 minutes sounded too long, but 48 sounded too short.
Why
So
not 47?
I settled on 49.
Okay. 47 is my boyfriend's favorite number, so that's why.
Oh.
Because you were like close to saying the magical number, and then I would have been able to tell Ben, I'd been like, holy motherfuck! Because he literally, like, he sees 47 everywhere, and that's like that's why one of my books is going to be $47. It's an homage to him. Nobody's going to pay $47 for a book, would they?
I mean, sure, why wouldn't they? if they need to. If they can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
And so where was I?
49.
Oh, 49 minutes. And I did that every day.
For how long?
Well, now I'm at 45 minutes, 7 days a week. And then at least 4 days a week, I do 30 minutes of strength training. So I do, it was until December that I did the elliptical for 49 minutes. And then I got a cycle. So I cycle for 45 minutes a day. And I get up. That's the first thing I do when I open my eyes in the morning. And I'll never go back to the gym. I do it all at home.
You do it all at home. Mm-hmm. So right now you're currently doing 45 minutes of cardio, and then 4 days a week you're doing strength training?
4 to 5 days, at least 4 days, but sometimes 5. And then Saturdays and Sundays are my off days. I still do cardio every day just because I feel amazing.
You're also supplementing that with bike on top of the 45 minutes initial cardio?
No, I cycle.
Okay.
Cardio.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So are you starting to research fitness now that you're like really getting into it? Are you starting to research it at all?
I wouldn't say research it. I would say that I'm kind of fascinated at what a body can do.
Yeah.
Like yesterday I was just walking by the mirror, and I could see my muscles without flexing. It was the weirdest thing. I have the coolest arm muscles.
Can you show me?
Well, I mean,
yeah.
But like,
yeah, you can see it. You can see it. Ooh.
It's so crazy. Like my shoulders, everything. Like, you can't really tell right here, but yeah, like it's just crazy.
And you just bought what size pants are you at right
now? Well, in like American Eagle, I'm a 2, but in like juniors, a 3 to 5.
A 2?
In American Eagle, yeah.
I don't know if I would be. I don't know if I've ever been that small because my butt is always still real big.
I'm probably the same size that I was when I was like really super thin, except I weigh more because I have muscle.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
What is your goal now?
To just maintain and tone and just keep impressing myself with my muscles.
With your muscles. Have you been on bodybuilding.com?
No.
You might want to check it out. It sounds weird, right? Because like it's not really like
I mean, I have before, like
yeah,
a long time ago.
Because you're saying to me that like you're kind of curious to see what a body can do, right?
Yeah.
That particular website has so much information, so many articles that said, right, you don't have to interact with anybody or create a profile if you don't want to. I did back in the day because I was trying to build that following into my book writing blog / stuff because it is a fitness journey for me as well.
Yeah.
So I chose to participate. You don't have to though. You can get on there. They have like you're using, what are you using? You're using the Peloton app.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me about the Peloton app, because a lot of people think that the Peloton app just goes to the bicycle.
It's so incredible. I can't even explain to you what this. So my dream is to have a Peloton bike. Like I want one so bad. They're very expensive. And so my brother had said to me, he's like, he has a Peloton and he's like, look, it's a nice bike, but you can just get a cheaper bike and just use the app.
Yeah.
And oh, and because I'd never cycled before, I didn't know if I would like it. And so that's what I do. I use the app. And then on the app, it has strength, I mean, meditation, yoga, running. It's amazing.
And it has a nominal fee, right?
Well, for the app I pay $12.99 a month.
So that's not bad at all.
No,
it's not bad at all. No. I probably should get it because you know that I'm on the upswing.
You should get it, and the reason I say that is because it's fun. It's not. It doesn't feel like a workout, and the music is incredible. The trainers are phenomenal. And yeah, I mean, everybody that that asks me what I'm doing, I just say, get the Peloton app.
Get the Peloton app.
Like,
oh my gosh. See, and that's the thing about like, so I make Peloton jokes because like, it's like a keeping up with the Joneses kind of thing. It's trending, you know, everybody wants a damn fucking Peloton. I'm like, I don't want a fucking Peloton, but you make it sound really cool, and that makes me want to try things.
It is. Like I said, I will never go back to the gym again, ever.
What?
No, the workouts that I can do in 30 minutes with this app doesn't even compare to going to the gym and working out by yourself and trying to use those weight machines. There's no comparison. It's quick, it's fast, it's fun, it's amazing.
Amazing. Well, I'm probably gonna have to try it.
And all those meatheads are just gonna be at the gym by themselves pretty soon because Peloton will take over the world.
You don't like to look at meatheads though, on some level, like when you see a good-looking guy like sweating and shit, and you're like on your fucking cardio machine, and you're like, I probably shouldn't say things like that because I have a boyfriend, but still, like, I appreciate a good, you know, sweaty man, as I can be.
Yeah, no, I am more like, so I went to the Emerald Cup. I don't know, you know what that is?
Oh yeah, it's a bodybuilding competition.
Yeah, so I went with my friend Chelsea. One of her best friends was in it, and I'm not interested in that lifestyle, but I will tell you that I have never had so much fun staring at women in bikinis. Their bodies are incredible.
Yeah.
So if I go to the gym, I would much rather watch like the muscles on a woman and see how they're still petite but strong.
I'm not gonna lie, I stare at women butts too. Like, so there's this girl at the gym, and she comes in with her dude, right? But I'm more interested in looking at her because she has no cellulite, not any fucking cellulite, and her butt is like, You know what I mean? Like, it's like,
Yeah.
and she always really, you know, she likes to show off her body. So she's like walking around. She's like, so I was like, and she's like, I'm a competitor. And she said it all like, and I was just like, oh yeah, cool. I'm going to go over here. And, but her personality wasn't very great. But back in the day, I wanted to do fitness competitions. I wanted to go on the bikini side of things.
No, those shoes that they have to wear, those are next level. And the way that they like hold out their butts and make it almost like a tabletop and like squeeze their arms, that isolation of those muscles and sometimes how long they have to hold it, like I was in awe of the things these women could do.
Yeah, they're amazing.
Yeah.
And then also the starvation that goes along with it when you're cutting towards the end and not being able to drink water before you get on stage because you need to be able to show your vascularity. So you're literally almost in kidney failure before it's time to actually compete. Yeah, no. So that's the thing about bodybuilding is like bodybuilding competition. And when you get to that level, it's not healthy.
It's not healthy.
But it looks pretty good.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And you know, like the dedication and the work that goes into it is phenomenal. So huge mad props, respect. But for me, I was like, I need some pizza and some vodka. Although I'm trying not to drink. You don't drink anymore.
No.
How long have you been sober?
5 years. Oh, well, that's a lie. I quit. I went to detox in October 16th of 2016.
So prior to detox, you had a moment of batshit craziness. Am I correct?
I wouldn't say that. I would say that I drank a lot, like 16 ounce or 18 16 ounce Busch Lights a day.
Oh, so that's batshit craziness, right?
Oh, that's post detox.
Like, yeah, before. Yeah. Oh, I totally got that. That's what I'm saying is, so that's part of what led you up to going in and checking yourself into rehab, right?
Yes.
Yeah, was like, you were like, and how did you, because you were doing LuLaRoe at the time?
No, I started that a week after I got out of detox.
You did?
Yeah.
Okay. And when did the anxieties like come into play? Was that after detox? Was that before detox? You remember your first time of like realizing that you were really struggling with anxiety?
The first time I realized I was really struggling with anxiety was probably I was probably 22. And when I had my first anxiety attack. And then once you have one, you're constantly wondering when the next one's going to come and what was the trigger of it. So the problem with anxiety is once you have an anxiety attack, then you're trying to avoid what you did prior to having that anxiety attack. So that's what I did with my whole life is like, I'd have an anxiety attack here, so I wouldn't go there anymore. Or if I had an anxiety attack on a back road somewhere or on the freeway, I wouldn't take the freeway anymore. And then eventually it led to me not even leaving my house.
How long did you not leave your house?
Probably like 3 years.
You didn't leave your house for 3 years?
I mean, yeah, maybe to like run to the store real quick, but not, no.
That's one of the things that amazes me is how much time has gone by, you know what I mean? And how little we actually see each other. Mm-hmm. Probably because you've been a hermit hiding.
Yeah.
How do you feel now about going out and like being active in life?
Oh my gosh, it's so incredible. But the thing is like it took me a long time to realize that I could, because a lot of the time when I was at home, I was heavily intoxicated, so I couldn't drive anywhere. So once I got sober, then it was like, oh, I can leave my house at this time. So, and then like, but I'd still think like in my head that I had to be home by 2:00 because that's when I would like have to really be drinking. So after I got sober, I was like, well, it's 2:00. What am I supposed to do now? Like, I didn't know what to do with myself. And then it slowly got better. When my mom was like, why don't you go to the pet store and walk around? And I was like, oh, I can do that. But it honestly still sometimes things people have to say, well, why don't you just do that? And then I'll be like, I can. Oh my gosh, I can go to a store after 2:00.
Yeah.
So now I'm out from like 5 in the morning until like 5 at night. Shopping.
What do you like to shop for?
I just like to go to Home Goods and Marshalls and TJ Maxx.
And whatever looks good, and you're like, I'm getting it.
Yeah. Just look around.
Yeah. Do you want to travel now?
Yes.
Where do you want to go?
I don't know. I don't have like, I'd like to go to Hawaii, but anxiety. I'm not a really great flyer, and I am terrified to fly over water. So I don't know if I'll ever make it to Hawaii, but I would like to. And probably do some of the things that my mom really wanted to do, like go to Japan and see the cherry blossoms and things like that.
I don't want to go to Japan. I don't want to go to Japan. Don't they have cherry blossoms here?
They do, but not like they do in Japan.
They're more beautiful. I'm gonna have to Google it, and then I'm gonna want to go to Japan. It's hard sitting in an airplane for a long time. It really is hard sitting in an airplane for a long time. The flight to Ireland was like.
I would love to go to Ireland.
I mean, seriously. I'm going to be praying that you like. So I titled this "Overcoming How You Overcame Anxiety," and you're like, no, I didn't exactly overcome it. I just progressed. I've progressed. That first panic attack. Do you remember what was happening? What triggered it?
I was watching CSI.
What? Oh, the television show?
Yeah.
What episode?
I don't remember, but
do you remember what happened?
Ethan was a baby, and anxiety I really feel comes with children. Like thinking of things happening to them, or that kind of thing. I just think that children induce anxiety.
So do you think if you wouldn't have had any children that you would never be anxious?
It's possible. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I probably would be fine. Are you working a 12-step program to stay sober?
No, not anymore.
But you did for a bit?
I went to a meeting every single day for a year.
Oh, you did? Mm-hmm. And was that helpful?
I would say that yes, in the beginning it really, really was. And just because that is not for me doesn't mean that is not an amazing program, because it really did help me. It did. It helped me learn that other people have felt that way, or triggers and all of that kind of thing. But it got to a point where it was let me tell you a secret.
Okay.
That community is very tight knit, and that community, I mean, they talk more shit about each other than anybody I've ever met in my life. So it's like, it was good until it was over. And then, we'd all go out and like talk before we left, and it was like, oh, so-and-so, blah, 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 and so-and-so, blah, blah, blah. You know, I was just like, I'm trying to be healthy here. And this is
not
more stressful than anything. And like, you always had to answer your phone if people were calling. And
yeah.
I don't want to talk to people. And I don't want to call people that I don't want to talk to when I don't think I ever thought, like, the last day that I drank, I literally was like, dear God, please help me not drink like this ever again. And if I can just get this out of my system, I won't ever want to drink like this ever again. And so once I got it out of my system, I was afraid to stop because my anxiety would tell me I'm going to have a seizure. That is a reality for a lot of people that drink that much.
Yeah.
If they just stop, you know, but, so once I got it out of my system, it was just hard to learn how to relive. So once AA really helped me with that, learning how to relive. But it got to a point where I was growing and they weren't growing with, I wasn't going.
You outgrew
I don't want to
it.
say they weren't growing because that's not my place to say what they were doing. In my perspective, I was like, wow, they're really stuck and I'm trying to move forward.
I don't want to be in this place. That's why I won't go to AA. I've been to AA previously. And it was people that just, they complained and whined about their circumstances and continued to create a lifestyle that promoted those circumstances to continue. You know what I mean? Like it was a cesspool of sadness and negativity. And I was like, I'd rather go to the gym or listen to a motivational speaker, or, you know, like I'd like a different group for myself. But that being said, if I was ever really truly in trouble, or if I knew somebody was in trouble, I wouldn't tell people not to work the 12 steps because, you know, take every life raft that you can get. You know what I mean? That's part of the reason why I went in that direction. I'm not sober anymore.
If I felt like I know that I'd always be welcome back. And that's the thing, like, they're very welcoming. The first day that I walked into a meeting, I was like, I felt safe for the first time because it was people that had also been through the same struggles. Like, oh, these people understand how I got to this point, you know, and not a lot of people understand that. So I would say,
how did you get to that point? Sorry to interrupt. How did you get to that point?
That point of where I was?
Yeah. Like, what led you into drinking, do you think?
Well, I mean, it started as like, you have social anxiety. So you'll like, I need to drink before I go to this place, you know, before I go to this concert, we'd better drink. Because we're going to be around a lot of people. So, and then at the concert, well, I'm drunk and that feels good. So let's keep doing it. And then the next day you're hungover and you're anxious because you're hungover, and that makes you feel different in your body. And for me, my anxiety is, I'm very in tune with my body. And when I don't feel right, it makes me very nervous. Like, yeah. So when I'd be hungover and I didn't feel good, then I would drink. And then once you're drinking, that goes away, but you continue drinking because then you don't feel anxious. And then it's a vicious cycle.
So you were kind of self-medicating with the alcohol.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I suspect that alcohol actually creates anxiety. Do you feel that way?
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because so I don't drink very often. When I was in my last toxic relationship, though, I literally was afraid that I was going to drink myself to death. We were drinking a fifth a night, and between the two of us, and that went on for almost a year.
Yeah.
And it was so bad that like when he wanted to save all of the bottles because he likes Sailor Jerry rum and he liked Kraken, and the Sailor Jerry has all of these like pinup girls on the inside of the label, so he was collecting them. So by the time he finally took the load to the dump of all the bottles, his entire vehicle was filled to the top with alcohol that we had drank. I got on there and I would get on YouTube and I would watch intervention shows.
I would do the same thing. Yeah.
I did look into, like, do I need to check myself into treatment? But for me, part of the reason I didn't go into that route is because when I was in my early 20s and I suffered from depression and suicidal ideation and, was in and out of the mental hospital because of it, I remember that I spent all of this time and energy trying to get people to help me. And in the end, it wasn't until I actually helped myself and started moving in that, you know what I mean? Taking care and responsibility. So I was like, okay, I don't need all of these people to help me. I need to just be like, okay, refocus. What works? Go to the gym, take a nap, read, like do all these other things that are healthy. You know what I mean? And just start to slowly change those habits.
I was remembering some of the instances before you went to the hospital.
Do you want to share one? I don't mind. Because I don't remember. I'm getting Alzheimer's.
We were working at Catton's, and I don't remember what happened, but you went running out into the middle of the road is that Tumwater Boulevard?
Yeah.
And laid in the crosswalk.
Because I was going to get hit by cars and they were going to kill me. I was committing suicide.
God. Beth was working at the time. And so she goes running. We had to call your husband.
Well, he's the reason I ran out in the first place, because he called me from work. He called me while I was at work and told me he wanted a divorce, that he was leaving me. That's why I ran out in the fucking road.
It was a long road there for a bit.
Yeah, and then I think that was the time I actually did end up in the psych ward for like a week or something. And
I remember going to visit you, and like your mom and I went, and you were coloring, and you just loved it there.
Oh yeah.
Loved it. Yeah.
It was the best $5,000 I ever spent. I got to do art therapy with a guy that liked to rub shit on the walls. I mean, it was awesome. I made a little coffee cup holder thing that I painted little happy sunshines over, while the other person next to me drooled and touched himself.
Yeah. Yeah. It's an interesting place, that's for sure.
Yeah. So I didn't really want to go back to this. I don't ever want to go back to the psych ward again. I don't think I'm ever going to stand out in the middle of the road or lay in the middle of the road. I don't remember getting picked up by the medics or the police. I don't remember how I got to the hospital.
I believe that Beth took you. I believe, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I was just like, I was pissed because I was working with you and you had to leave, so that left me working by myself.
Working at Catton's was rough.
Oh, sometimes it was a lot of fun though.
I'm really sad that Beth is dead.
I'm sad that Beth is dead as well.
I went to visit her husband last week, and we went to her grave and visited, and yeah,
she was amazing.
And she suffered from anxiety really bad.
Yeah.
Really, really bad. And was on a lot of medication because of that. So that's why, like, when I go to the gym and I'm exercising and I'm thinking, fighting for our lives. I mean, basically, we have to, especially now that we're getting older.
Yeah. And it feels so much better to be able to move.
Yeah.
And move quickly and like cross your legs. And, you know, like 310 days ago, I could barely walk, you know, like I could barely walk from the beach or from the car to the beach, which isn't that far, you know, and it was a struggle. And so
Yeah.
now I literally like can cross my legs and it's amazing. Like I can touch my toes. So these little things, I kind of like walk around my house saying I'm a walking rodeo because I've got the guns and I've got the calves. And then like I'm not trying to rub it in anybody's face, but I'm like 310 days ago I didn't have any of this. So it's still new to me, you know?
You're like a superhero.
Yeah.
What do you want to do with your superpowers?
I
Do you want to teach fitness?
no.
Nah.
No, you know why?
Tell me.
Because so many people message and like, what did you do? And blah, blah, blah. How did you do it? And then I'm like, oh, well, this is all I did. I got an Apple Watch. I got the Peloton app. And they're like, oh, I like to make my own workouts.
And they have all these other things. Yeah.
Well, how's that working for you? As Dr. Phil would say, you know? So then I'm like, okay.
You didn't use any supplements or anything?
No.
No.
I don't believe in any of that stuff.
You don't want to, what about those, all the energy drinks and stuff that you can get from the MLMs?
No. FUCK MLMs.
FUCK MLMs?
Yes, done.
Done.
I think that they're evil, horrible, horrible things.
All of them?
I like Scentsy.
I like Scentsy. I love Janberry too. I'm buying some fingernails from the Color Street people. Did you get some of those?
Oh yeah, I was a consultant for that too.
Did you like it?
Why? You can get the same exact things. The same exact company sells those same exact strips in the store. Did you know that?
No, I actually didn't really want to buy some. I just bought them because one of my clients sent me an invitation to a party, and she.
Then you feel obligated.
Well, yeah, when she bought newborn pictures, you know what I mean, and they give me business, so I'm gonna buy something. But I had 3 strips in the cart because it's buy 2 get 1 free, and I'm like, I'm gonna spend $30 on a product that I don't want to use. I just got my nails done for the first time in a year.
Ooh.
With this is have you ever had the dip?
I bought the stuff from Ulta.
Because you really don't want to leave your house.
Oh no, I leave my house every day, remember?
Well, why not treat yourself to the experience of you want manicure? You want pedicure?
Oh, I like a good pedicure.
I love a good pedicure. I don't like spending, so I've become very much I don't like spending money. That gives me anxiety because yeah.
I enjoy spending money.
How do you make money?
I don't.
You spend your husband's money?
Yeah.
I need to get married.
Yeah. You do?
Do you think Ben's gonna marry me?
I hope so. I've never met him, but my aunt really loves him. So.
Oh my gosh, she was in love with him.
Yeah.
She was like, ooh.
And she's getting fit now.
Is she? She's cute.
She is cute.
Betty Lynn is one of my favorite people. True that.
I know. And you know what? She knows she's everybody's favorite person. That's why she's always late to things. Like, she's like, I'm the life of the party, so I know it doesn't start till I show up, so I'm not missing anything. I'll just show up when I get there.
Yeah, she's diva fabulous.
Yeah. But yeah, she's a little Pilates machine. She's got an Apple Watch. She's
This Apple Watch thing is a huge. I don't even. So I'm an Android user.
Ew.
Ew. I switched over. I used to be an Apple user, and then I switched over to the Android because it has different options for like the screen. You know what I mean? I like their screensavers options better, and you can change the icons.
I mean, that is a great reason.
But you know what I'm missing out on now? I think it's called Clubhouse. Have you heard of Clubhouse? I think I'm probably saying it wrong, but it's like this new thing that only Apple users can use. And it's great if you're an entrepreneur and you're trying to connect with other business people, blah, blah, blah. But I can't get on it because I don't have an iPhone or an Apple Watch. What does the Apple Watch do?
What doesn't this thing do? This is a little piece of magic.
It's magic.
It tracks your calories that you've burnt, your exercise minutes.
It's like a Fitbit.
Come off it. Fitbit has nothing on this thing.
Have you had a Fitbit?
Can you talk to text into your Fitbit like Dick Tracy?
No.
I didn't think so.
My boyfriend wanted to get me something like an Apple Watch, but for the thing, and I was like, I don't want that. I absolutely don't want it. And he was like, well, it does all these things. And I'm like, no.
Well, the thing about this, it really helped me see how lazy I was in the beginning.
Yeah.
And now, like before, if somebody would have said, I've burnt 1,086 calories by 3:46 in the afternoon, I would think that they're crazy. And now that's like a normal day for me to at least burn 1,000 calories a day. I've
been really sedentary lately. I've been not taking care of myself.
You just got to move a little bit, you know?
I went to the gym today.
Oh, I know. I'm so proud of you.
I was proud of me. I managed to do 20 minutes of cardio, and I like really pushed it on the cardio, so that was good. And then I did some deadlifts, and I did yeah, I think I got bored after that.
Yeah, you need to do Peloton at home.
Peloton at home. Well, I like to get out of the house a little bit too.
Yeah, you do work from home, so.
Yeah, I'm here a lot, like a lot. This doing this because I'm going to start doing this Facebook Live podcast once a week. So it's nice because it allows me to talk to people because I miss people. I miss you.
I miss you.
I was really glad that you agreed to go live with me.
Oh yeah, of course.
And I was like, what if her anxiety takes over and she can't do it?
No.
And here you are. You know, we have I didn't look at comments today because we were chatting away, but we did get a couple of comments. One person said, let's see.
Was that my muscles?
Probably. I would like to know your views about keto diet for weight loss.
My views about it?
You give your views and I'll give my views. Let's talk about keto.
I personally am a calories in versus calories out kind of person. I like balance. I do not think it's healthy to deprive yourself of something. So I personally would rather eat a loaf of garlic bread than a tub of ice cream. So if I was to cut something out or, you know, it just wouldn't work for me. So my view is I've learned to eat what I want to eat, but modify it so it's healthier.
Got it. Did you know that meat is really bad for your kidneys?
Meat?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't surprise me.
I didn't know that. So, you know, my dad's in stage 4 kidney failure.
Oh.
And so there's a lot of things that he cannot eat, and meat is one of them because it's so hard on your kidneys. And so I like the keto diet, but I've never followed it like hardcore. What I can tell you is I like steak is my favorite food. It always has been. So for me, and then I don't know, like When I first started my fitness journey, Brianne, I was terrified of food. That's why I have my rubber chicken, is because you know and you remember I would only eat chicken because I was afraid to eat anything else. Like I was just like desperate to lose that weight because I thought if I lost all my weight, it would save my marriage.
Yeah.
Do you realize that my marriage disintegrated in less than a year?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you see warning signs previous to that?
No. I was shocked when
I was shocked.
you guys decided to get divorced. Fuzz is literally like one of my favorite people in the whole entire world.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was shocking to me.
Yeah.
And it was very sad.
I still cry about it. I do. I messaged him on his birthday. His birthday was May 2nd. And I messaged him and I was like, I love you. I'm so glad you're remarried to the love of your life. I'm so glad that she makes you happy. I just wish you the best. I just want you to know that you're amazing, and then I was like, then I felt like I had cheated on my boyfriend in some way because,
I'm sure it's not a secret.
Well, I told on myself. I just told my boyfriend, I'm like, look, I did this, I said this, because, this is a person that I love, and part of that love is, for me, the divorce was, I wanted him to be happy. And if I wasn't going to make him happy anymore, then I wanted him to be with somebody that could. And so that happened. And he's remarried and is literally with a better person because he's happy. So,
yeah.
But it was hard. Look who just got here.
Okay.
We're doing our Facebook Live.
Hey, Brianne.
It's almost the end of this hour, so we're at 52 minutes. Although, I could do this forever. We could talk forever and ever. I feel like
have another date someday.
I think we should. So one of the things, I'm just going to be doing this every Thursday. So right now I'm booked until the middle of June. So that's cool. But I definitely, I wish I could do like a daily live, but I can't keep up with everything. I'm like struggling to try to build the book career and then manage the photography business.
And buy into cryptocurrency.
Oh, I'm so excited about that.
I'm excited to hear all about it. You can find out all the things and then let me know about them and I'll pretend that I'm listening.
You'll pretend. Meathead and douches are a pain at the gym.
Mm-hmm. Agree.
This person said, I am up for to bikini watching.
Well,
those are our 5 comments.
Oh, well, those are all great comments.
It's going to be fun to see how everything continues to progress for both of us.
Yes.
And maybe we can get together and actually see each other and do lunch.
Okay.
Do you like to go out to eat?
Yes. On Saturdays is my I eat chips and salsa and steak fajitas.
So are you on a strict like a meal plan right now?
No.
What do you eat when you go out to a restaurant?
I eat out on Saturdays.
And you always eat the same thing?
Because I love it. But that's what I am. I'm a creature of habit. So I tend to do that until I get sick of something and then I move on.
What do you think will be next?
I don't know. But like on Saturdays and Sundays now I get nuts and I'll eat as much fruit as I want.
That's amazeballs. When's the last time you had pizza?
Oh, I don't want pizza.
Never again?
Cauliflower crust pizza. No, I'm terrified of the way that food used to make me feel. It used to make me feel tired. It used to make me feel anxious, like those foods, what you're putting in your body, your body's going to react. And for me, it makes me anxious. So it makes me not feel good. It makes my heart race and stuff like that. So I love cauliflower pizza.
I'm trying not to sneeze.
Oh, I'll eat that every once in a while, but I don't crave pizza.
So what do you think of Subway sandwiches?
They also make me not feel very good.
Yeah.
I have eaten them a couple times during this, and that's only because like I either forgot to pack my lunch or it was in the beginning and I was trying to figure out what to eat and that kind of thing. But they make me anxious, and I think that their lettuce is very odd. It makes me poop a lot.
I have always hated Subway sandwiches, but recently my boyfriend turned me on to this. It's like a spicy Italian, and it's on the garlic herb bread. And I get the spinach and then a line of sriracha and a line of, and so like I'm kind of addicted to it, like you are your chicken fajitas. So I mean, there was a week we had Subway every night.
Yeah.
I'm just so that's where I'm at with things. I'm obviously not eating, and I haven't been wanting to eat as much meat lately, which is every time I pick up a piece of meat, I think of the cow's face looking at me.
Yeah, that happens to me too. Sometimes things moo at me, or and I have cute chickens in my backyard, so like
I really don't like chicken meat very much at all anymore. It's tricky. I'm having a hard time with it.
I do like myself a good rotisserie chicken every now and then.
Yeah.
For some salad, you know.
Yeah. Tonight, what am I making for dinner? Oh, I'm making barbecue ribs in the slow cooker. Root beer ribs.
Oh, those are so good. That's how I make my pulled pork.
It's my first time doing it. Do you have any? Do you pull it out and then crisp it in the broiler for a little minute after it's slow cooked for a while so everything caramelizes?
I haven't done ribs. I've only done like pulled pork sandwiches, and you fill the crock pot with the root beer.
Okay.
And then you shred it and then put the barbecue in.
Okay, so sometime I'm going to try pulled pork because I've never done it, and I'll call you and you can help me through it. I'll let you know how the ribs go. What are you having for dinner?
I had some chicken parmesan that's baked and a little bit of spaghetti noodles and I eat early because I go to bed early because I wake up early.
What time do you get up?
3:30.
Ah! Yes! Okay, so I really truly believe that 3 a.m. is the magical hour.
It really is.
I'm off kilter a little bit. I've been getting up at 5, but I know I really like to get up at 3. That's when I like to write. That is when I'm at my most powerful. That's when I'm like 3 o'clock in the morning is my like time.
Yeah.
So I love that you said that. What time do you go to bed? Like 7?
Yeah, between 7 and 8.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, my love, I am definitely keeping in touch.
All right. I love you.
I love you too. Do you have one before we go? Do you have any advice for somebody that might be where you were at, like really struggling to even make it across? And you know what I mean?
Just move a little bit more each day and don't make big changes all at once. Slowly make your changes. Cut out instead of on your sandwich mayonnaise, have the mustard because there's no calories in the mustard. Have 1 slice of cheese instead of 2. Make small changes and eventually it'll all just happen for you.
I think that's awesome. I think you're awesome. I love and adore you. I'm grateful for your time today. I think you look amazing. I think you sound amazing.
Thank you.
I'm so fucking happy for you.
Oh, thanks.
I love you, darling.
I love you.
Bye, darling.